Well, we've seen the preliminaries, bits and pieces. Now let's put them together and relive the excitement of the most thrilling of railroad adventures. When a railroad fan like Walt Disney makes a movie about spies and old-time trains, the combination's bound to mean entertainment. Of course, there isn't time to tell the whole Technicolor story. At Big Shanty, Andrew's daring plan was put into operation. He'd chosen this place because there was no telegraph here. And more important, it was a breakfast stop for the train crew as well as the passengers. A startling aspect of Andrew's strategy was that he aimed to steal a train right from under the noses of a Confederate regiment camped beside the track. This is a historical fact, the way it happened in real life. And it took a man with ice water in his veins to carry out such a scheme.
Come on, boys, come on. When it's orders from Beauregard, we can't keep the general waiting. Let her roll.
In those days, a locomotive was the fastest thing on earth. And once underway, the raiders figured nobody could catch them.
I stole a locomotive just to take a ride, 'cause my pappy was a railroad man.
But the one thing they hadn't counted on was the stubbornness of William Fuller, the Southern conductor. Fuller knew he had to get another locomotive and get it the hard way. First, he took a handcar from a track crew. Then he commandeered a yard engine.
Hey, Hilly! Hold on a minute, Hilly. We gotta borrow your engine. Get in the tender, boys. Chase it down, Yanks. Open her up, Hilly. Come on, men. Why'd you let those Yankees get away?
Yankees? I thought they was Beauregard's men.
I told you.
They were Yankee spies. How many were there?
4.
Try to get a message through to every station up the line, quick. They're probably cutting the wires right now.
Come on, boys.
Next, he climbed aboard a passenger train on a siding. And when he found himself balked by a roadblock the raiders had left behind, it looked as though he was licked. Enter the Texas.
Put it in reverse, Pete. Back into Adairsville. We'll drop these cars off at a siding.
Bring her back, Pete. We'll explain later.
Watch my signals now.
At last, Fuller had a locomotive equal to the Speedy General, and the chase was on. Fuller had the Yankees on the run. The problem now was to intercept them up the line.
Want you to take down a telegram to General Danville Ledbetter at Chattanooga. When we get to Dalton, we'll drop you off so you can send it. My train was captured by Federal spies making for Chattanooga, possibly hoping to burn the bridges behind them.
My train was captured by Federal spies who are making for Chattanooga, possibly hoping to burn the bridges behind them. If I do not capture them, try to head them off. Signed, William A. Fuller.
So that's why Mitchell hasn't attacked me. He wants to be sure those bridges are out. Acknowledge and send this message back.
Now cut it to the next pole and take a length with us. Nobody'll catch us then.
The line to Dalton has gone dead, sir.
The raiders tried every trick they could think of in their desperate attempt to stop the Texas. Around a blind curve, Andrews laid another trap. A hidden barrier to throw the speeding Texas into the ditch.
Reverse! Reverse!
you think stopped that train? Some of Andrews' men began to get discouraged by Andrews' seeming reluctance to fight. As soldiers, they wanted to have it out with their pursuer.
It's time the Army showed the Secret Service how to fight. I'm going to stop this train.
Campbell, nobody's going to stop this train until we reach the first Chickamauga Bridge. I know it's hard on you men. I've been tempted to stop too. But we can't risk any encounter that might lose us our engine. For even after we burn the bridges, we've got to get through to Mitchell and let him know.
You needn't worry about us, Mr. Andrews. Any of us.
In desperation, the Raiders played a trump card. In this battle of wits, the fate of Andrews' plan hung in the balance, and Andrews knew it. Fuller seemed able to sidestep every disaster. The Raiders hadn't reckoned with his skill as a railroad man.
Tonight? Can you get another mile out of her? I don't know.
All right, boys, you've been spoiling for a fight. Might as well have it now. Jump down and get a barricade across the track. Cavalry. Scatter and make for the woods, boys. The Andrews raid was a master stroke of military strategy. And yet the cool daring of Andrews and his men was matched by the bulldog tenacity of William Fuller. The lion-hearted Southern conductor was determined to run the Raiders to earth, and run them to earth he did.